The Power Rangers, a team of teenage heroes with attitude, have captivated audiences for decades. But even the mightiest heroes make mistakes. Today, we're diving deep into the Power Rangers universe to uncover their top 5 biggest blunders. Mistake number 1, underestimating Rita Repulsa. From the very beginning, the Power Rangers underestimated the true power of their arch-nemesis, Rita Repulsa. Her ability to conjure monsters and cast spells often caught the Rangers off guard. There are several instances where the Rangers could have defeated Rita Repulsa earlier if they had taken her more seriously. Underestimating her power, the Rangers often underestimated Rita's abilities, dismissing her as a mere sorceress. This arrogance allowed her to gain a foothold and launch numerous attacks. Focusing on individual battles, the Rangers frequently focused on defeating individual monsters instead of identifying and disrupting Rita's overarching plans. This piecemeal approach allowed her to regroup and continue her attacks. Ignoring her psychological warfare, Rita was a master of psychological warfare, using fear and manipulation to weaken the Rangers' resolve. They could have been more resilient in the face of her taunts and threats. Lack of strategic thinking. The Rangers often relied on brute force and individual heroism, neglecting strategic planning and teamwork. A more coordinated approach could have disrupted Rita's plans and weakened her power base. By acknowledging Rita's strategic brilliance and her ability to exploit their weaknesses, the Rangers could have developed a more effective strategy to defeat her. This would have involved taking her seriously from the beginning and recognizing the threat she posed. Focusing on disrupting her plans and attacking her power base, rather than just defeating individual monsters. Developing a more coordinated and strategic approach, utilizing teamwork and planning. Strengthening their mental fortitude and resilience in the face of Rita's psychological warfare. By implementing these strategies, the Rangers could have potentially defeated Rita Repulsa much sooner and saved themselves from numerous battles and near defeats. Mistake number 2, relying on Zords too much. While the Zords are undoubtedly powerful, the Rangers often relied on them too heavily. This led to situations where they could have resolved conflicts peacefully or with their own abilities. There have been numerous instances throughout the Power Rangers franchise where the Rangers could have defeated villains without resorting to their Zords. Here are a few examples: strategic thinking and teamwork, outsmarting the enemy. In many episodes, the Rangers relied on their intelligence and teamwork to outsmart their opponents. By setting traps, using misdirection, or exploiting the villain's weaknesses, they could have avoided escalating the battle to a Zord fight. Disabling the enemy's technology. By targeting the villain's technology or power source, the Rangers could have weakened them significantly, making it easier to defeat them without the need for Zords. Harnessing their individual powers, mastering their abilities. Each Ranger possesses unique powers and abilities. By fully mastering these powers, they could have defeated many villains on their own, without the need for Zord reinforcements. Combining powers strategically, the Rangers often combined their powers to create powerful attacks. By using these combinations strategically, they could have overwhelmed their opponents without the need for Zords. Psychological warfare, using intimidation and bluff. By projecting confidence and using psychological tactics, the Rangers could have intimidated their opponents and forced them to retreat or surrender. Exploiting the villain's weaknesses. By understanding the villain's motivations and fears, the Rangers could have used psychological warfare to weaken their resolve and ultimately defeat them. While Zords are a powerful tool in the Rangers' arsenal, relying on them too heavily can hinder their growth and development as individuals. By focusing on their own abilities, strategic thinking, and teamwork, the Rangers could have proven that they are capable of defeating evil without always relying on their giant robot warriors. Mistake number 3, neglecting academics. Being a Power Ranger is a demanding job, but it's important to maintain a balance between heroism and education. The Rangers often neglected their studies, which could have had long-term consequences. Academic neglect could have a significant impact on the Rangers' future, both within the context of the show and in a real-world scenario. Within the show, limited career opportunities. Without a solid education, the Rangers might struggle to find fulfilling and meaningful careers after their time as superheroes. They could be limited to low-paying jobs or forced to rely on their superhero identities for income, which could lead to further complications. Difficulty adapting to a normal life. A lack of education could make it challenging for the Rangers to transition back to a normal life. They might struggle with basic life skills, such as managing finances, finding housing, and navigating social situations. Vulnerability to exploitation. Without the knowledge and skills to protect themselves, the Rangers could be more susceptible to exploitation by villains or corrupt organizations. They might be easily manipulated or deceived, putting themselves and others at risk. Real-world scenario. Limited career opportunities. In the real world, a lack of education would significantly limit the Rangers' career prospects. They would struggle to find well-paying jobs and would likely be relegated to low-skilled, low-wage work. Financial instability. Without a strong education, the Rangers would likely face financial instability. They would struggle to afford housing, food, and healthcare, and would be more vulnerable to poverty and homelessness. Social isolation. A lack of education could also lead to social isolation. The Rangers might feel disconnected from their peers and struggle to form meaningful relationships. This could have a negative impact on their mental health and overall well-being. In conclusion, while the Power Rangers are often portrayed as invincible heroes, they are still human and susceptible to the challenges of everyday life. Academic neglect could have a significant impact on their future, both within the show and in a real-world scenario. It's important for the Rangers to prioritize their education and develop the skills they need to succeed in life, both as superheroes and as individuals. Mistake number 4, trusting the wrong people. The Rangers, despite their heroic nature, have a tendency to trust too easily. This has led to numerous betrayals and setbacks. Here are a few instances where the Rangers' misplaced trust led to negative consequences. 1. Tommy Oliver / the Green Ranger. Tommy was initially a villain under Rita Repulsa's control. When he was seemingly redeemed, the Rangers trusted him, only to find out he was still under Rita's influence. This led to numerous battles and near defeats for the Rangers. 2. Astronema. In Power Rangers in Space, the Rangers trusted Astronema, a princess from a distant galaxy, to help them fight Dark Spectre. However, Astronema was secretly working for Dark Spectre, leading to betrayal and further complications for the Rangers. 3. Divatox. In Power Rangers Lost Galaxy, the Rangers trusted Divatox, a powerful sorceress, to help them defeat Ecliptor. Divatox, however, had her own plans and betrayed the Rangers, causing significant damage and loss. 4. Master Org. In Power Rangers Wild Force, the Rangers trusted Master Org, a powerful being with the ability to control nature. However, Master Org was corrupted by darkness and turned against the Rangers, forcing them to fight their former ally. These instances highlight the importance of caution and discernment when trusting new allies, even if they seem trustworthy at first. The Rangers learned valuable lessons from these experiences, and their trust issues became a recurring theme throughout the series. Mistake number 5, not learning from past mistakes. One of the Rangers' biggest mistakes is their failure to learn from past experiences. They often repeat the same strategies and tactics, leading to predictable outcomes. The Power Rangers, while often victorious, have faced their share of defeats. By analyzing these losses, we can identify key mistakes that could have been avoided. 1. Underestimating the enemy. Rita Repulsa. The Rangers often underestimated Rita's cunning and power, leading to surprise attacks and strategic defeats. Master Org. The Rangers initially underestimated Master Org's strength and his ability to manipulate nature, leading to significant setbacks. 2. Over-reliance on Zords. Strategic thinking. While Zords are powerful, they should be used strategically. In some cases, the Rangers could have won battles using their individual powers and teamwork, avoiding unnecessary damage. Vulnerability. Over-reliance on Zords can make the Rangers vulnerable when their Zords are damaged or destroyed. 3. Lack of communication. Misunderstandings. Miscommunication among team members can lead to confusion and mistakes in battle. Missed opportunities. Effective communication can lead to better coordination and strategic planning. 4. Emotional decisions. Impulsive actions. Acting impulsively based on anger or fear can lead to poor decisions and tactical errors. Strategic thinking. The Rangers should always prioritize strategic thinking over emotional reactions. By learning from these mistakes, the Rangers could have avoided many defeats and become even more effective heroes. They could have focused on developing their individual powers, improving their teamwork, and using strategic thinking to outsmart their enemies. Additionally, they could have been more cautious when trusting new allies and more mindful of their reliance on Zords. And there you have it. There is Power Rangers top 5 biggest blunders. Let me know what mistake I missed in the comments down below, and don't forget to stay nerdy.